civilians, healthcare workers, journalists, all have come under attack in the occupied Palestinian territory. Israel continues its bombardment of women, men, and children, starving them as a weapon of war and displacing them time and time again, and continuing to bomb so-called civilian safe zones. Homes, schools, hospitals, places of worship, all have come under attack or been destroyed. They are not and should never be a target. No one and nowhere is safe under the brutal military occupation.
I'ma go through just to grow through. But pay me what you owe me for, I make what you've been saying about me true. True. Tell 'em I need my money right now. Rob me the juice, they stole out my crown. Sorry to tell you, I know my value. I'm gonna recoup, yeah. Don't waste my
mentioned. We're seeing as a result, the ports here in the U.S., the traffic has really slowed, and now thousands of dock workers and truck drivers are worried about their jobs.
That means we lose less money, you know? When I see that, that means we lose less money. Look, China was making over $1 trillion, 1.1 trillion in my opinion. You have different numbers from 500 billion to a trillion or a trillion. I think it was 1.1 trillion. And frankly, if we didn't do business, we would have been better off. And you understand that?
Folks, did you hear what this man just said? He said, when I see trade slowing down, that means we lose less money.
That means we lose less money. You know, when I see that, that means we lose less money. Look,
the president of the United States, you all have to forgive me. I'm going to crash out because I majored in economics, and this is just kind of a little triggering. There are lies, there are damned lies, and then there's this, the kind of ignorance that would make an economics professor at a rural community college bang his head into the chalkboard because it's so ignorant. This isn't just wrong, it's economic malpractice, and it's morally grotesque because of who it's going to hurt. Literally everyone that he's supposed to serve. For Donald Trump to say that we lose less money when our ports are quiet, it's like saying, thank God the hospital is empty, fewer patients, less costs. The ignorance. No, genius, that's not savings, that's a crisis. That's not thrifting, that's a national disaster. When a port slows down, it's not just some accounting trick. It's not patriotism, it's not a scoreboard. It's men and women getting sent home early from the dock. It's truckers losing their routes. It's warehouse lights being turned off. It's mothers in Memphis who can't find diapers, and mechanics in Ohio who have to wait 6 weeks for brake pads. And yet, here's President Trump, the man entrusted with the world's largest economy, standing there like a game show host in a red tie and grins. This is a good thing. Good for who, Trump? Certainly not for the longshoreman, not for the single mom pushing an empty stroller past an empty shelf, not for you, MAGA, who's about to pay $7.50 for bread and wait 3 weeks for it. Here's what any student in an economics 101 course learns. Trade isn't loss, it's exchange. You don't win trade by not participating anymore than you win a poker by leaving the table before the hand is dealt. Donald Trump couldn't pass a high school macroeconomics quiz with cliff notes and a cheat sheet. But he's handed a microphone and millions of people listen as if he's Moses coming down from the mountain. Let's break this down with a really simple infographic that even MAGA can understand. Here's what really happens when things slow down at the port. That thing Donald Trump said is a good thing. At the ports, dock workers and crane operators get their shifts cut, layoffs increase, and some towns get into a spiral of economic depression. It's a matter of fact. In transport, independent truckers and fuel stop workers miss mortgage payments, trucks get repossessed, small fleets fold, going out of business. In warehousing, temporary workers, single parents, and immigrant laborers have hours cut, and food bank lines grow longer. In retail, Small shop owners and store clerks face empty shelves, lost customers, and the stores shut down. At home, families, the elderly, and disabled Americans experience inflation, rationing, and despair. This is not a strategy. It's a slow national collapse being sold to you as tough love through a level of ignorance that I have never seen in my lifetime. I mean, this is just dumb. And here's the most twisted part. The people hurt most by this economic idiocy are the ones clapping the loudest. You're messed around and you're finding out, MAGA. You're being taught to cheer for your own poverty, to wave flags at your own bankruptcy, all led by a president who doesn't know the very basics of economics. It's so absurd. Trump's claim is not just wrong, y'all. It's an anti-fact. A reverse truth so complete it practically spins the earth in the opposite direction if they believe the earth was round to begin with. It's the economic equivalent of saying we're healthier because the ambulance stopped running. He gets away with it because he doesn't speak to reason. He speaks to resentment. He doesn't speak to understanding. He speaks to outrage. And the price of that is what we all are going to pay at the grocery store, at the pharmacy, at gas stations, and ultimately in the unemployment line. And one day at your dinner table, when you have to explain to your kid why the store was out of food, you have to admit that this isn't policy. This was performance by your president that you voted for. This isn't leadership. It's liability. It's not a plan. It's a crank play on people who deserve better, America. And the only antidote to this circus is truth. Speak up. Look, economic professors, high school teachers, this is just wrong. This is absurd. And you cannot possibly let your students go home thinking this because you would fail them. But here is the President of the United States making a mockery of the United States. So precisely, by the way, that I have to conclude that's the entire point. The entire point is to destroy the American economy. And we must ask ourselves who benefits from that. Well, I think you already know the answer to that. It's not our allies that benefit from it, but it is our enemies. And so what we must do is to mock this moron, name the absurdity, to reject the ridiculousness, and to tell the truth like your paycheck depends on it, because it does.
Because business has slowed down, as you mentioned, we're seeing as a result, the ports here in the U.S., the traffic has really slowed, and now thousands of dock workers and truck drivers are worried about their jobs.
That means we lose less money. You know? When I see that, that means we lose less money. Look, China was making over $1 trillion, 1.1 trillion, in my opinion. You have different numbers from 500 billion to $1 trillion or $1 trillion. Well, I think it was 1.1 trillion. And frankly, if we didn't do business, we would have been better off. Okay, you understand that. So when you say it slowed down, that's a good thing, not a bad thing. But we're going to make it so they can.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday to all of you. Good to see your smiling, bright faces. You know, I can't see them. I know you're smiling back at me so wonderfully now. Good morning again, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome again to Like It or Not. It's about to go down, man. Make sure you stay tuned. Rebecca Zor, happy birthday, Rebecca. Rebecca get the horns this morning. Happy birthday to our sister. Turning that good old 21 today. Happy birthday, Rebecca, man. Make sure that y'all bless our sister with some birthday love this morning. Becca's Voice on Cash App. Becca's Voice on Cash App, man. Hey, let's go ahead and do a few quick shout outs while we have a couple of minutes here. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. Del Sol, good morning to you. Casey Black, Brandy Nuance, what's going on? Phoenix Walker, what's going on, Phoenix? Good to see you. Sarah Layla, hey, Sarah, good morning. Mario Drake, what's going on, brother? Connie Arambula, good morning to you. Mary Schneider, what's going on? Tyler Hackner is in the building. What's up, Tyler? Nat, hey, what's up, Nat? Good to see you. Emily Swamp, good morning. Great Lakes Feather Company. Gwen Williams, hey, mama, good morning. I love you. I hope you just mama over there being retired and not doing nothing but getting on my nerves. That's all I say. I'm just playing, y'all. Good morning, mama. Millie Valley, good morning. Victor, good morning to you. Yogi Pretzel, what's going on? And Juanita, good morning to all of you. Sensation, what's going on? Hey, Bubba, I want the smoke today. You ain't ready for it. Good morning to you, Sensation. Hey, if you haven't already, go like, share, subscribe, all that other good stuff, man. And if you're not a member of the Patreon, patreon.com/like it or not, patreon.com/like it or not. Happy birthday, Rebecca. Make sure y'all send our sister some love, man, at Becca's Voice on Cash App. Show starting soon. Y'all stay tuned, man. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Hey, James Bob Williams is here.
Go now. I got hella pieces, she got hella features. Shimmy hella geeked up, she be blowing shisha. Reefer on me loud, hope them boys don't creep up. I don't know a thing if you do not speak up. In my own world, I don't try to girl. Tell me what you want. Don't be trying to front like I ain't what you want. I ain't here to stun, let me take you out for lunch. I'ma get you drunk, yeah, feeling on your buns. Licks in the blunt, I got ash in my cup. All these girls showing up, but I don't give a fuck. Cause you the one I want, girl, you the one I want. You the one I want. Girl, you the one I want. Hey, come and show me love. Shorty wanna be a rider, and I'm feeling high, I can't deny it. She a bad joint named Maya, and when I seen her, man, she look fire. She got me feeling higher than a sour, so I'm tryna feel how I feel inside her. I asked her what she doing, she like nada. So she just chillin', about to get up in the shower. I said, alright, cool, I'ma be there in an hour. I just wanna live like a Kuna and Matata. I ain't got no time for no baby mama drama. All about my comments, my letters, no tomatoes. Always bragging what they got up in they wallet. Ain't no really telling if we let us see tomorrow. Get it on my own, I ain't really tryna bar. So I stay fly, gotta dress up in designer.
Mr. Barthold, that this legislation fails to extend the enhanced tax credits that lower the cost of insurance for millions of Americans who purchase their own coverage through the marketplace.
Tell me
That's correct.
And when the Republicans permit these credits to expire in a mere 7 months, what is the effect on health insurance premiums
Don't tell me
for
what
those
it is. They
individuals
try to
that
throw
rely on
salt,
the
it just made the
marketplace
pressure
today?
raise. Going through a phase, gotta get myself
Work that our staff has done in conjunction with the Congressional Budget Office suggests that premiums will increase for individuals.
Yes, sir. To go up about almost 8%, I believe is the specific calculation that you did. And is it true that this failure on the part of Republicans will raise premiums not just for those, not that they'll raise them really for nearly everyone in the marketplace, not just for those who receive the subsidies?
That's correct. That's part of the analysis.
If my understanding is correct, failure to extend this policy will result in an increase in the number of uninsured Americans. Is that right?
That's correct, sir. That's
Yes, sir. And I've received that.
I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come give me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're my baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby. So come give me love. All of your love, I can't fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak. Yeah. Can you hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat. Yeah. This feeling is getting so strong. Love me till the morning, love me all night long. There's something special about you. You're the one that I want. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now.
Come give me love. Ooh, that's my song right there. Yeah. David, you can bring me on screen right quick. Where them fans at? Hey, where them fans at? I got hot. I had to break out the fan that was sitting there behind me. I know this is so gay, but it's okay because I'm gay as hell. Good morning, everybody. Make sure you stay tuned. The Queen's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Rebecca, who'll be joining us momentarily, man. Make sure that you stay tuned. But hey, in the meantime, in between time, it would not be right if I didn't give y'all a dad joke this morning, especially on Becca's birthday. So when here it go. Last night, the internet stopped working at my house. Oh, it did. It did. So I spent a few hours with my family. They seem like good people. Boo, I don't like that with myself. Okay. But man, I can't think of any more boat puns. Canoe? Canoe? Okay. All right, I'm done. Shout out to everybody this morning that is joining us in the chat room, man. It's good to see all of you. Nat A, be safe on that road. Carly Wynn, good morning. Mike DDH, good morning to you. Phoenix Walker, you know you love me. Stop playing with me. Stephen Harris, what's going on? Stevan. I like it. Stevan. Stephen, good morning to you, man. Hey, Jessica Merrill, good morning as well, too. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. The show is about to go down. You want to hear it? Here it go. Oh, thank you, Brandy. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Brandy said, I look like a sight for sore eyes. Hey, wait. Excuse me. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Good to see you again, Brandy. I just having too much fun this morning. Y'all better start this show. I'm gonna keep on going. Natural Cat, good morning to you. Phoenix, love you too. Y'all stay tuned. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, y'all.
Should all pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances, empty-handed? I wonder, would you love me better if I go? I'm not home. I wanna know, can we trust the stars above to let us know how to grow?
She said, oh. Honestly, at first, I thought this was, we don't need another hero.
Feet on the ground, oh baby, I need a miracle.
Jessica Mero, yes.
It's in my head, and I hope that you'll be here when I need you the most.
This is my menopause fan.
The world's so cruel, all I need is you to come and take my pain away. Feel me with you right now, I think I'm losing my mind.
Oh, Lord, here we go. Nat A says, before I go, Bubba, why did the condom cross the street? I'm scared. Why did the condom cross the street? Why, Nat A? I'm waiting. Y'all not hot in here? It's so hot in here. It's the coffee, y'all. It's the coffee. I switched my coffee. It's Krispy Kreme coffee with some sweet Italian creamer in it. No sugar. That's it. Because he got pissed off. Why did the condom cross the street? Because he got pissed off. This is why I don't like y'all, man. Go away. Carrie Shaw, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. That's for Becca. Happy birthday again, Becca. Okay, Now we are ready. I've stalled long enough. I'm going to put my menopause fan up, and we're going to get this show started, man. I'm going to cool off a little bit. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Good morning, y'all. Becca, go get me. Good morning. David, start this damn show, David.
1926, Carter G. Woodson gave us Black History Week. Now, almost 100 years later, many of us are still stuck in the month of February. But our legacy, it doesn't just fit into 28 days. The Black Heritage Day app is here to change all of that. It brings Black history to your fingertips every single day of the year. Based on years of research by Dr. Carl Mack, our historian, our griot, just 3 minutes a day, that's all it takes to read, learn, and listen to an oral narrative of your history.
Indeed, the Southern states went to war over the rights for each of the 11 Confederate states to own our ancestors.
To connect with your roots, to teach your children the truth they won't get in school.
In total, he is credited with 28 other inventions. But as a Black inventor, he struggled to gain.
Learn why New Year's Day was once considered the most dreaded day of the year.
Parents were separated from their children, siblings separated, and spouses separated from one another. And today, America has the nerve to lecture us about the status of the Black family.
Understand the political journey of Black America from the Republican Party to the Democratic Party.
It marked the beginning of Blacks' departure from the Republican Party to the Democratic Party. And here's why we switched.
Dive into culture and triumph like Sidney Poitier's blockbuster film success. And so much more. From heartbreak to triumph. From January 1st to December 31st. This app is more than a download. It's a movement. It's a community of Black families raising their kids on truth and on legacy. Download the Black Heritage Day app for free in the Google Play Store or on the Apple App Store. This isn't just an app. It is a daily celebration of who we are.
The work that we're doing here is not going to stop when it comes to these type of discussions. It's going to be for us and by us here on this platform when the media is telling us to look the other way. Your support is what helps us move forward. Join patreon.com/like it or not. Help us grow.
Like it or not starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
Not care who doesn't like it.
Oh,
What in the hell was
okay. Did my mic work? Was my mic working just now?
No, it was fine. No, you're talking about me.
No, but it was orange, so that's so crazy. I didn't think it was working. All right, let me.
Becca?
Happy birthday, Rebecca.
It's my birthday.
David, bring in the other channel, David, so I can give Becca some air horns real quick. It's her birthday. It's her queen birthday today. Hold on.
It's my birthday. My birthday. Today's my birthday. Today is my birthday. I am 35 years old officially.
Wow.
35.
Just a baby.
I'm 35.
35. Oh
It's
my
my
gosh.
birthday.
It just seems like you were like 30 last year.
I literally turned 30 on the show. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my, that's crazy.
Yeah. And now I am 35 years of age on today. Because y'all know I don't be showing up to work on my birthday. But this year, I said, you know what? It's like, I'm not trying to be outside. I'm not really trying. I mean, probably this weekend because it's Haitian Flag Weekend, May 18th.
Wait a minute.
Thank you so much. Haitian Flag Day weekend. And so I really, really wanted to just make sure I get the time to spend with you guys. I say, you know what? Like, that's how you know I'm getting older. First of all, I went to the store and bought my own cake.
Oh, see,
I know.
that's
I
stuff
went
that
to,
I be on.
I bought my own cake for myself. You know, it's like you get to that place in life, friends, all that. It's just you at
Yeah.
the end. Well, once Ben got the opportunity, and you at some point, Bubba, where you guys had partners, husbands,
Yeah.
wives, those type of things. And I haven't experienced that just yet, but I soon hope that my person comes and I get to experience birthdays, babies, all those things with them. But as for right now, me and my house, I said I want to do things a little bit solo today, little slow pace.
Okay.
I ain't got no weave in today. Okay, no weave. Just did my hair, washed it. I wanted to just look clean, fresh for 35, and still be me at the same time.
Amen.
Amen.
You look damn good, sister. You look
Thank you so
damn
much.
good.
Thank you so much. And I'm really happy to be here. Look, to be here with you guys today. I don't want to thank anybody, but I want to first thank the Lord.
First giving unto the Christ who's the head of my life.
My Lord and
Giving
Savior.
the glory
Jesus
to
Christ.
God.
And for all of you guys out there, I didn't write anything, but I wrote a little something. And I just wanted to start with to all my subscribers. I am just 700 away from 10,000, and I want to thank you because I started this channel, or I started utilizing this channel when everybody was encouraging me to go independent. And I just want to go ahead and there were labels that was trying to steal, kill, and destroy me. But
Death row, baby.
Death row, baby.
But death row.
I will not, and so I just want to thank God. I want to thank y'all. I want to thank myself for just sticking it through. And y'all watched me turn 30 during the panoramic. And here I am, a full 35 years old, full grown. And I just want to thank y'all for rocking with me from the good and bad, even when it was hard. And here I am. And I just wanted to give you love. Even though it's my day, it's your day too. And that's for everybody in the audience, the haters, the lovers, everybody.
Is that your acceptance? Keep that channel open.
And for those of you who are watching right now, also, if you want to support me in my life and how I sacrifice my jobs and being with y'all each time, you can support me on Cash App, Becca's Voice, BECCASVOICE. If you want to send me a birthday message, any birthday love, you can do that over there. Super chats are open, but I can get Cash Apps on today. So I thank you guys. Seriously though, I really thank you guys. I really wanted to be. I know it's so weird because usually Rebecca's out, on her birthday, but I really wanted to spend it with you guys. I said we're growing a brand. I'm growing my brand, and in this past year, you guys have all really motivated me to stay on it. And I've seen what can happen in such a short amount of time. Now, if we stay put and we stay here, just imagine what it's going to look like. Just another year from now, before the year ends even. So
Amen.
I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. Claps. The claps.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Not if we have them, we're going to use them.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Well, happy birthday, Rebecca. Oh, Lord. Wait a minute.
Wow, isn't she amazing? Ladies and gentlemen,
Do it,
Rebecca's
Rebecca.
Lord.
Hey, wait, run the clap. Sally got no sense. No sense whatsoever. No sense whatsoever. Hey.
We play too much. Anywho, how are you guys doing? I'm sorry that I took the moment, but how are you guys doing? How are you guys?
Just another day.
Another dollar.
There you go. It could have gone either way, James.
Either way.
Another day, another dollar, or just another day that the Lord has blessed me. Rebecca, we can't do it.
Ben.
What happened?
She didn't pay us attention.
Oh no, because listen,
she got used to it now.
I ain't hear nothing y'all just said, but I got a message from how people on my birthday sending me notifications about a bill. That's what I was looking at just now. I was reading it. I said, "Now come on, y'all! It is the day of my birth.
Of all days.
It's either gonna be Apple or one of these streaming services. They're gonna say, "Oh, it's your birthday. Hey, how about you give me that $25 real quick?"
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And they don't even ask. They come like a thief in the night.
Y'all, please excuse me. It's hot over here. I got my menopause fan going on.
That's what's going on. Where them fans at?
That's what's going on.
This
what's
one won't
happening?
snap. It's wooden, so it ain't gonna snap like I'm on it. It's just hot.
Okay, so talk to me, guys. How's your week been going other than the fan? Are you still on your weight loss journey? Because I still see you slimming down. What's going on?
I am. So
Okay.
I haven't done my shots probably in like 2 weeks because my free program ran out. But I joined the gym on Sunday. Saturday. I joined the gym Saturday last week. Still eating healthy and still doing what I'm supposed to do with a couple of cheat days here and there, but I'm feeling great. I went to the zoo a couple of like last week or so, week before, and I was able to walk y'all without having any back pain or having like stop and sit down. So I'm like, Jesus, and I'm so proud of myself. I really am.
I love that for you. I love that for you. See, progress from
Progress.
when you first started in January?
Yep, January. Yep. Looking real swole. And I went back and looked at some pictures. I was like, ooh, I look bloated.
Not you look bloated. Not you look bloated. Now, Ben, how's your week been going?
It's woke. It's going. It's
nice woke.
I thought he said woke.
Yeah.
Are we claiming that word back again?
Yeah. Well, I never let it go.
Okay.
Right. I know that there was some less or non-melanated people in our orbit that were like, oh no, we shouldn't say that word. But I never let that go. But the week is going. The week is weekend. What's today? Wednesday. It's another day. It's all, I know. Sorry,
another day's journey. Yeah, yeah.
That's me and mine. But what are your plans for your birthday? Is a question.
Right.
I have none. To be honest, I don't have any plans. I'm just here with y'all, and I really have no plans. Like I said earlier, like life changes, changes things, changes. It's I think I'm at a place where I just want to relax. And when I do want to go and do things, I get the option to do that. I don't feel any pressure to celebrate or to plan or to do anything like that. I'm okay with it. I just want to simply be, especially with the year that I've actually had that has not torn me up. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? With the circumstances, everything, imagine, having to go take care of your parents, literally, it just makes you understand that, dang, time is really passing by. I got to go take care of both of my parents, plan their surgeries for them, for their health, do their healthcare stuff, make sure that everything that they got going on at home is just fine. And then, have some situations of my own, job loss, those type of stuff. And you just kind of come to a place where it's like, what you gonna do? I gotta live my life. And I'm grateful that I'm able to just be living, breathing. So I honestly like the stillness. I'll probably go maybe take a walk after the show. I will be on Leftist Mafia tonight. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, I think I'm at a place where it's just, I just don't want the stress of nothing, right?
Everything.
Your birthday
You're coming on over. You're out of this. You're no
Ben's like,
longer.
girl, shut up. You're getting
You're no longer in the out in the streets stage of life. You're in the I might stay inside kind of stage.
And that was me. I had my 40th birthday party. It was a huge shindig. I was happy with it. Now that I'm older, it's just like, you know what? Like celebrating birthdays through the pandemic.
You're older than 40?
That's so nice. That was so kind.
I love you. I love you so much. See, baby,
James, if I'm not mistaken, you and me both, we closer to 50 than we are 40.
Yeah, I'm 46. I'll be 47 this year, girl. 3 years from 3 years from 50. But yes, when I tell you now, it's just like my birthday plans every year from probably now on to the Lord see fit is gonna be my trip to Disney World. To me, that's my happy place. I don't care if I'm with somebody or by myself. Now, when I get there, I'm like, oh, I wish such and such was here. But then after I start drinking and walking around and doing whatever, I'm like, okay, I love it and I'm happy. This is what I want for my birthday. Just to chill, be still and just do me.
Be still.
I love that. I love that because I didn't know that you were 46. But at the same time, I did not know. I think I missed that. But you are 46 years old. You don't look it. But I don't know what 46 looks like these days because we all look all kinds of ways now, baby. Because I'm like, am I ever going to get to that stage where one day you put on that one outfit that makes you look like a church lady every single minute, every single day. And that is the outfit you choose to go to. Am I ever going to put that on and never look back? Because one day you put down your last grown and sexy outfit and you never put it back on. And I don't think I'm one of those people in my life. I don't think I'm going to be one of those people. I honestly don't believe that for me. I don't think that I'm going to put down. I will elevate the styles, of course, to match, age appropriate, but I don't think I'm going to put those ill-fitted skirts on my rectangular frame. I don't think, I just don't think that with these shoulders of mine, I can add more pads, unless it's like in a blazer, but more pads to what I got going on right now.
That's hilarious.
I just don't see that as for me in my house because when I always walk over to those sections in the department stores, I put it on, nothing fits. It's like to me a equivalent to Fashion Nova because I am shaped like a rectangle, a beautiful rectangle. But because I am shaped that way, where I'm just up and down, those clothes don't fit me. And when I go to the ladies department, those clothes, they just don't fit me. You said you ever see a kid try on your clothes, your shoes and all that, and everything just hanging off. That's what I look like when I try on the ladies department clothes. They just don't fit.
Rebecca,
they just don't fit.
But I feel you though, because I'm just like, now I'm like a Sheen person a little bit because I'm like, okay, these clothes actually fit me pretty nicely. Like if I go somewhere else like Macy's or somewhere else, I'm like, I don't like this fit. But Sheen fits me well. I'm like, let me work on my closet a little bit. After I buy all my Legos.
It's the time to elevate, elevate your style, elevate those things like that. I think this is the year where I want to put on more colors because I feel like we've been mourning so much and I don't want to mourn no more.
Amen.
I don't want to mourn no more. But we have a lot to talk about. And I actually wanted to start with, I know it's my birthday celebration, so because it's my birthday celebration, I would be remiss if I did not drag the people on the internet.
Please, because there's a lot of them.
Literally online and being nasty to victims of abusers. And not only is it that I'm triggered, but it's not that simply that, because I've been through that. You guys know I've been very, very, transparent about how I was raised, what kind of household I was raised from. And I know that there's been abuse, long period of time abuse, stretch, what I know, what I see. And that's why the moment I fell into something of that sort, I backed out of that. I had to leave it, had to run from it. But if any of you guys know right now, and if we can get some B-roll for that, some of the paintings or the drawings that they have from the current trial that's going on from Diddy and Cassie. And Cassie, I want to be clear as I start this conversation. Cassie is not on trial.
Right.
I want to repeat that to you guys right now. Cassie is not on trial.
Rebecca, can I interrupt you just real quick? Because I don't know how far you're going to go with it, but can you also lump in Megan Thee Stallion? There's new information on
Tory,
please. As well as Holly Bailey.
Halle,
please. Halle,
Okay.
We're going to talk about
we all on
Megan.
the same
We're going to
board.
talk. We're going. So that's basically why I really wanted him come on today. Because I'm going to do a separate video, of course, with just a quick monologue, nothing about the case, nothing about that. But I really, really want to get into Diddy and this current trial. So right now, Sean Combs, who we know went by Puff Daddy, who also went by Diddy, who changed his name legally to Love, is on trial right now. And he's not even, and here's the thing, even what he's on trial over, I'm about to pull it up so I can make sure I have that information in its correctness. But he's not even on trial for what we thought he would be on trial for. All the things that we saw, abusing Cassie, those things. He's not on trial for that per se. They're talking about these freak offs, and that's what they're really called. I know it sounds funny, but to be honest, it's very it's actually very scary.
Yeah.
But Diddy has been on trial for the past few days. A lot of people have been covering it. Cassie has been testifying within these trials, and speaking. Some of the people who were the escorts that were in these so-called freak offs, these parties where Diddy would have drugs, have sometimes in videos, these parties where they would engage in sexual acts, and Cassie said at those times she was involved in those things. Diddy would utilize the escorts to do sexual things to her, and then bring bodily fluids to the escorts in other rooms, or the Diddy in other rooms. The details are very, very descriptive, and people are so focused on that, calling her every kind of something in the book. So she's on stand right now. This is happening right now, and the cross-examining they're cross-examining her, and they are basically, this is a federal criminal trial for him right now. So this is expected to stretch into Friday. So this has been going on since the beginning of this week. Yesterday her testimony described the physical abuse that she had, and she testified about the drugs and everything like that, and he literally labeled these parties the freak off. So that's why when we say the freak offs, I know it sounds funny, but this is what he labeled it. They were showing images, of course, with videos of Combs doing things, right? So this is what's shown into the jury. And here he's pleaded not guilty to the charges. And this is what the charges include: racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. None of this is for abuse of what happened to Cassie. But so again, she's not on trial, but she's having to relive her pain time and time again. Not only was she with him when she was 19 years old, off and on for 10 years. So 10 years of her life, from her being 19 to 29 years old. Taken from her. And so if he is convicted, he could face up to life in prison. It's interesting because all of this information is coming out. We have Lauren LaRosa, who I'm proud of, at the Breakfast Club. I've discussed her a couple of times, with the incident over at the Breakfast Club. But she's actually one of the young media people who are in the room, who is a courtroom reporter right now, and she's in the room. So she's seeing everything. I personally don't like the details being given. They're all to the T. But I know some people, they like it that way. But her saying things like, it looks like Diddy may have a case, the descriptiveness of what's going on, the words being used. I just couldn't watch her breakdown of it. However, I did watch other people's. But if you need to get breakdowns of that sort, these people are giving it. Just to let you know. With all that being said, all this information that's being provided online, people are listening to Lauren LaRosa underneath her comments, and they're saying, because the details are so graphic, Cassie has things to do with this. I got online yesterday. I want you guys to hear me. I got online yesterday. I logged into the internet. I logged into specifically Threads, which is the smallest platform where people think they are just celebrities because you're a little behind. And again, images that may be shown may be triggering to you guys, just to let you know. But so many people were on there speaking and saying that Cassie deserved, because she took part. And this is women and men, but the most surprising that I seen, it wasn't from black men. I expected that because we got men with mics, we got noms, we got men with mics out here, but it was from the black women. And I can be honest, and to have these conversations online, to center it. When I was seeing that, and again, Threads is a very small place, and us black women also were combating all those other black women who were making these conversations. But it was the likes, it was the ratios of the engagement with those posts, the likes, the reposts by people that you may know, by people that you know are abusers who are saying things, or people that you never knew accepted abuse or would be apologists for these things. Free Tory from Chris Brown on social media. Tammy Roman going online asking, would it be considered sex trafficking if these freak offs, and I'm traveling from New York to go to Miami and here and there, and drugs were there or whatever, would these be considered sex trafficking? All these conversations that are happening online, to me, we're talking about the fact that, why are you guys saying that because she was involved, the abuse never happened? Because she was involved, the abuse never happened. One woman said, well, she went as far as, and I wish we could pull up some things. One woman said that she, the way Alex, which is Cassie's husband, and I just want to point out, Cassie is with child right now. She's a mother and with child as we speak. Dr. Carl Mack is actually calling me. Hold on, let me talk to him.
Funny.
Well, tell them to tune in at the show, because we gonna and let them know I didn't know about the show until this morning, because
tell Dr. Mack to bring his stuff home.
Dr. Mack is talking real quick. Go ahead, Dr. Mack. You can say what you're saying. They're listening in.
I just want to say that I've gotten a lot of calls of people loving your narration. Who is she? Who is that sister? That's that queen. You gotta humble yourself when you talk.
Thank you so much. He's been gassing me up since yesterday, y'all.
I heard it.
He's been showing love. I just thank you so much, Dr. He said they love my little voiceover, okay, for today.
Look, tell Dr. Mack to cut his camera on him.
Hey, brother, you might want to take a break and let the queen take over the narration.
Okay. Okay.
About her battery.
Dr. Mack.
So many folks that called and was just so impressed with your voice in the app, and I'm so humbled by you being a participant in this, and I just want to say happy birthday, and we so love you, my queen.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mack. I really appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that. Love you, mean it. We're about to get back on the show. Ben's trying to tell you to get on, but thank you, Dr.
I'm telling we're about to play that clip in a second. Now that he mentioned it,
right?
Tell Ben, somebody called and said, "Tell Ben his wife did an excellent job."
He's laughing. He heard you. He's heard you, Dr. Mack.
Tell him the whole audience heard him.
All right.
Right.
All right.
I'll get my camera fixed. Y'all act right when Dr. Mack call.
Look. Hey, listen. While we waiting on you get your camera fixed, let's play. I want to play because this is Rebecca doing that.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Azor.
Yes.
And commentator on the show, Like It or Not. Quincy Jones was born on March 14th, 1933 in Chicago, Illinois. And on this day in 1963, he was nominated for 2 Grammy Awards, Best Original Jazz Composition and Best Performance by an Orchestra for Dancing. But let's be real, that was just the beginning. Across his insane 70-plus year career, Quincy racked up 80 Grammy nominations, the most ever at a time, until Jay-Z snatched that record in 2021. But out of those nominations, he took home 28. The man was a musician, a producer, a band leader, arranger, composer, conductor, and a director. Basically, if it had to do with music, Quincy was in the mix. His trophy shelf, that's stacked. 1 Primetime Emmy, 1977, a Grammy Legend Award in 1992, the Jean Herschel Humanitarian Award, 1995, Kennedy Center Honors, 2001, the National Medal of Arts, 2011, and a Tony Award in 2016. And that's just a few. The real question isn't who he worked with, it's who hasn't he worked with. Lionel Hampton, Dizzy Gillespie, Ray Charles, Ella Fitzgerald. I know, Billy Ben, the Eckstine, pronouncing. I Frank know. Sinatra, Sarah Vaughan, Aretha Franklin, Miles Davis, Barbra Streisand, and the list is endless and timeless. But it was his work with Michael Jackson that cemented his legacy into the supernova category. Quincy produced Off the Wall, 20 million sold. Thriller, 70 million. And Bad, 35 million. Oh, and let's not forget, he co-wrote We Are the World, 20 million copies, and he scored 33 films. On November 3rd, 2024, Quincy Delight Jones Jr. began composing his eternal album, In the Sky. His impact, forever.
As one of the beautiful children of the world, happy birthday, Queen Rebecca Azor.
Hey, we're gonna get pulled down. Take it off. Mute that.
I love that.
Watch how fast we get taken down just because that 30 seconds. That wasn't even 10 seconds.
You know it's Michael too.
Hey, Rebecca, that was a phenomenal.
It
phenomenal.
was.
Like high key. Like honestly, you can go and read more of it. Because it's just you have a really great presentation in your voice and your narration. That was brilliant. So
thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Of course, I am. I just want to point out that I am trained. So let's put that out there. Your girl's professionally trained. So I'm grateful. But thank you. I listen back. That's one of the few things that I can listen to when it comes to listening to myself speak. I said, okay, Rebecca, you got that.
Yeah.
So. Thank you, Dr. Mac. I know. Look, today's show is all over the place. We went from Cassie straight to Dr. Mac cutting in, showing love. And
look, when Dr. Mac interrupts, everybody stands still. We can shift the show.
Look, he literally left me a voicemail, and I said, "Why is he leaving a voicemail with that kind of voice on here? Like, why are you doing that? You should not be. Because this is what if I had a man right now? And here, let me let y'all listen.
Oh boy."
Because when he came in at the end, I was like,
listen, wait. All right, hold on. Look, because when you got technology. Okay.
Good morning, Queen. It's the old man. Well, back. Listen, tomorrow's your birthday. I made a slight change to your recording. If you could, please take a listen to it and hit me back with your thoughts. Peace.
I said, excuse me. What are you leaving? Your voice is just too. It's the golden voice, sir. As we speak of voices, you got the golden voice, Dr. Mac. You got the golden voice, Dr. Mac. You can't keep leaving that on single people phone either. You can't.
Look, at the end of the narration, when he came in, I'm like, damn, who was on? That's Dr. Matt.
Dr. Matt, we haven't heard him sing him. Washboard apps. Anywho, thank you, Dr. Mac, once again. It's true. Being just on here like, hello, Queen.
Hello,
Queen.
And it's I can't even do it.
And then you feel like somebody is playing some R&B in the 100 best R&B, the love songs.
Look,
with the fire
the commercial on BET.
The commercial. Now,
from the sounds of it, Dr. Mac could just, y'all know how they do cameos where superstars. Dr. Mac could just call folks and leave voicemails and get paid.
Oh yeah, yes, he could do that.
For real.
And win. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
A millionaire off of that.
Jesus. I see why my mama was about ready to risk it all.
Okay. Your mama's a married woman. Married woman. But who can't do any of those things, who can't seduce anybody, who can't do anything and should be buried under the jail? Diddy. And so now we back on it. Diddy. And so, as I was gonna say before we got, Dr. Mac definitely called, it is the people who are excusing the behavior or acting like it never happened, ignoring what never happened, because Cassie isn't on trial for this and they are asking her about it. She's having to relive it. Okay. And they asked her about the video and that they played in the court. And even with that video, under so many people's posts that was saying, Cassie responsible too, man. She took parts in these things. She's talking about how she took parts in it. Let me tell y'all something. As somebody who has been in an abusive relationship, as somebody who grew up in an abusive household, no tea, no shade to my family. But just because you stay doesn't mean that you weren't abused. Just because you leave does not mean that you weren't abused. Abuse, in this case, is grooming a 19-year-old girl who probably was promised a career, fell in love with this man, thought she can change him. Well, also, there is this level of power. We're forgetting this element of power here. This man was so powerful in her life. She's watched him do things to people. God, like what he's threatened to do to her boyfriends, blew up one of the people that she was dating for a brief second. Kid Cudi's car in his driveway. Blew it up. Abused this woman as if she was trash on the streets. And this is just one time that we seen Cassie. So imagine all those other times. And you're telling me that he needs to be out of jail. He needs to be out. People were saying his daughters definitely are too young to see this. And I agree. So why is when Cassie was 19 years old, not too young for her to have been in a situation like this, to have been groomed? Why? You're always moving the goalposts. You're always moving the goalpost. When we're watching this, and again, online, we're getting these conversations, and three things happen simultaneously, back to back. We have the Diddy case. We mentioned Cassie just now. Halle Bailey, excuse me, which is the sister of Chloe Bailey, and also our beloved Little Mermaid. Okay, that's who Halle is. If y'all don't know, some of y'all probably was mad that she was our Little Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
Halle had a baby by a YouTuber, rapper, streamer named DDG. I believe his name is Daryl. And it came out that she put a restraining order against him and was granted it. And in what TMZ had first initially reported, and then other news sites had reported as well, Halle was abused and there's photos to show it. And Ben, if you can grab those on TMZ, Halle had stated within the reports that she was grabbed, abused, of course. Her tooth was chipped from him banging her head against the steering wheel, with the altercation within the vehicle. And then there was a moment where he came to her house unannounced, is what she said, that she felt creeped out. He came to her house unannounced, took a picture of her bed, and then left, sent her a text message and said, "Now I know what you're up to. Now I know what you got going on." Basically insinuating that she is with people in her home, other men, and they weren't together at this time, and putting fear in her. So again, we're talking about the dynamics between Diddy and Cassie, and now we're talking about the dynamics between Halle and DDG. DDG is a very powerful person in the streaming world, very popular, very powerful. Everybody cares about what he thinks, what he's going to say next. They tune into him. He's been made rich because of his streaming.
Music trash.
So, yeah, and everybody just gets on and loves him down. And so immediately I said online, kid you not, I believe Halle. She did not have to show me any evidence for me to believe that she was abused. I believe her because she said it. She said it. And so with that being said, I want people to know that when people have power, and when people, and it's not saying that Halle does not have any power. Halle is very respected. Halle is very loved. But immediately they diminished her. They diminished everything that she said, everything, because DDG said he didn't do it. DDG was allegedly streaming and said he found out that this is literally, he found out at that time. And once DDG did that, at the end of that video, I really wish we had it so we can play it. The friend says R. Kelly for whatever reason. So that tells us all we need to know there. These are a group of people who cater to they say, go ahead, Bubba. I'm going to do something really quick. Go ahead, Bubba.
Okay, I was about to say he was with. I saw that video, Becca. He was with Aiden Ross, who is a trash ass human being as well too. He recently made comments about Doechii as well too on a live stream about how she was acting at the Met Gala or whatnot. But just the comments that he was spewing is like NWM. And when I tell you that's what it was, so to see him in that same video with DDG, it was just like, he was like, nah, bro, don't even worry about it, bro. That is tripping. Just those things that he was saying, people with mics, bro, it's really irking my soul these days. And for the simple fact that people are going to these streams and believing these trash human beings is really annoying as crap. Especially Aiden Ross, bro. I don't wish harm on nobody, but trash human beings. That's all I say.
You know, he can't even read though. You know what I mean? He's like a real, like high key, one of the most ignorant and illiterate people I've ever seen in my life. Like, you ever seen the video of him trying to read the definition of fascism? It's and I laugh, and I don't laugh at illiteracy ever. But Aiden Ross needs to be laughed at and mocked at. But the thing about it is the more ignorant you are in the system, the higher you get to go. You just throw a microphone behind you and you say some stuff that's going to make a lot of incels, a lot of boys who are mad at girls, you know, love you. And then you have a nice little house or whatever in a car, and you have all these young impressionable boys who follow these guys, and these guys are but the thing is, it's getting deeper and deeper and deeper. You would think that at some point dudes just take a step back and be like, okay, what they're saying about women is ridiculous, because the stuff they say is just absolutely ridiculous. But they get deeper and deeper and deeper into their hatred of women, following behind cats like Aiden Ross.
Now, these people are all associated together, and like they're all in the same crew. And these are the people that are in the comment sections, in the conversations, but these are the ones that are again, these are popular people. They're everywhere. But for me, it's our friends, our family on these social media sites that are in under the comment section. Hell yeah, it ain't happened to her. She deserved that. She's lying. Why we gotta believe it? So let me tell you, somebody underneath my when I posted that about Hallie, I said I don't need any person. I don't need to see evidence for me to validate the fact that they were abused. Now, I understand that there are people that lie. I understand that those things happen. However, I will believe women.
Amen.
And I also, and I also believe a man. If you say you were abused, why would I say that you're lying? Why would I take that moment away from you? But here's the kicker. There was evidence, and they're still saying it did not happen.
Right.
If it did, I remember mentioning this to somebody. I was talking to someone, and I was telling them, it was a male, and I was telling them, hey, I've been through a situation where someone put their hands on me. And the question that they asked me was, well, what did you do?
Because you gotta, Rebecca, as ridiculous as that is, you gotta understand how many of these police officers are those guys. Like literally structured. The percentage of police officers who are abusers is obscene. But go ahead.
Yes. And so that goes also leading into the Meg the Stallion, because Tory, unfortunately, but a few days ago was reportedly stabbed 14 times.
Dang.
But I heard I heard that he wasn't actually stabbed, but it was somebody next to him that was actually stabbed.
So that's what I heard. But what was reported officially was that he was stabbed 14 times. And he was stabbed 14 times. And because he was stabbed 14 times, they got him into the hospital. He was reportedly in stable condition. And after being in stable condition, they then came out with a press conference and all the things. And of course, what did this all turn into?
Child.
Meg, the case relived and opened once again.
Yep.
Why? In coincidence, I'm not trying to be the person to bring up any, conspiracy theories, but this actually happened.
Right.
Meg's former best friend Kelsey's bodyguard, because why does Kelsey have a bodyguard? Never heard of her before this whole situation. But her Kelsey's bodyguard stated that Kelsey was the one who actually shot Meg.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So
that has nothing to do with Meg the Stallion not getting abused, because Tory was tried in the court.
Mm-hmm.
And they found him guilty on the charge.
Come on. Because
do they always get it right? I don't think so. But this time they said that this man shot her. And he's in jail for it. Then they said that she was never abused, never yelled at, never. People believe that you need to have the black and blue eye to be abused. You need to have the dragging, and it has to be currently for them to be able to see it right now, this minute, the moment that you said it happened, so they can now believe you. That's when it matters. Emotional, financial. It takes a toll on your whole life. Sometimes you get so in love with someone that in the time of the abuse, you don't even want to leave because you want that person to change. These are the natural things of abuse. Sometimes, like here in Cassie's case, you can't leave. The moment you leave, you're getting kicked in your face, drugged back into the same place that you've been trying to run from.
Yep.
You're in rooms, you're on drugs, you're doing all of these things where you are like, now this is my world, this is my life for 10 years. 10 years. And then they say, and we don't believe it. You were a part of it. You associated yourself with it. You're responsible for it. So now your abuse is null and void. And that's what I want us to stop doing as a people. It made me so upset I had to get off the internet yesterday. It really affected my mental because, again, how do you... Somebody said, Rebecca, why are you having this type of conversation where you're telling people that there should be no evidence? And I said, but there is evidence in all three of these situations, and y'all saying
every single
there
one
was no abuse. So what are you talking about?
Right.
Where are we going with the conversation?
And now going to the point where they're talking about this, some new video comes out showing that Meg didn't get shot, but the evidence shows and everything shows there was glass and bullet fragments in her foot. So the comments that I've been seeing about these people, some calling her, this B is going to get what she deserves. Just the comments. I'm like, how can y'all be this stupid, man, when the evidence. And in the video that they put out, to me, doesn't show anything. It shows where a bottle drops on the ground. The bottle didn't even freaking break. Are y'all dumb? Y'all gotta be. Y'all just gotta be.
This is the problem. Like this information, this new privy information that comes out, it still doesn't say that she wasn't abused.
Hello.
I just want people to know that. Like, whether you stay or leave, whether there's a picture, not a picture, it shouldn't, and that it does not validate the levels of abuse, why you got abused, those things. There's just no, this whole conversation, the apologist, when it comes to celebrities, the fact that we saw Chris Brown free Tory.
It's because we got this horrific. I think at some point we're gonna have to just really deal with the fact that there is an evil unification. And it doesn't matter if they're black, if they are white, if they're Hispanic, Asian. You have an intersection of men who hate women so much. They hate them so much that even after having sex with them, they hate them even more, right? You literally hear those conversations on Twitter, online all the time. Like, I just, can't even look at her after I had sex with them, right? This kind of deep rooted, seated hatred. And somebody called it earlier. It's a simple word for it, but it's the precise word for it. It's like we have black men who are so patriarchal that they will align with white supremacy every day of the week just so that they can get their hatred for women out there.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, y'all, I have to run because work is beckoning me right now.
Hey, man.
See you later, bro.
Yes, I love y'all. Meaning happy birthday again, Becca.
Thank
I love you.
Give us that air horn one more time before you go.
Give me, get it. Hold on, wait, we gotta get to it.
It's somewhere in there.
My
wait a
channel's
minute.
not
Hang
in.
on. What it's in now? Hit it one more time. There we go.
And Q said happy birthday, Rebecca.
Thank you so much. Could you play the clapping for me one more time?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Bravo! 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 Magnificent.
Thank you so much.
All right, James, man.
I love y'all, man. Hey, and I'll talk to y'all soon, okay?
All right.
Noah, Ben, you're so right. Look, hey, Han, how are
He
you?
said,
I got to
she said, hey, Han. Yeah.
I got to. Oh, here we go. I got you.
There, look, you done made it awkward for Bubba. He like, take me down.
He said, "Is somebody gonna take me down?
Take me down.
Who gonna take me down?
I'm still here. Take me down. Now. No, but I was saying, survivors. I wrote this yesterday, and I wanted to go back and read it because it was a bar. But survivors do not owe us the right response for their abuse. And when I say that, they like the right response. The what the world always says they need to see, and that's in this case evidence. But the thing is, we have evidence in all three, and with all three names, and even with Keke Palmer, I'm gonna bring her into the conversation because she was seen back with her child's father. Those things. Does that still erase what we saw in video? That there was an abusive relationship? Does that still erase from these men going online and attacking these women for everything they got, and attacking their motherhood, attacking their womanhood, attacking their qualifications in whatever they're a master in, and some of these women is music, acting, all of these things, and they diminish them down to nothing. And then the noms, the niggas with mics, the noms get out there and they start pushing this narrative about women, pushing this narrative about women, that Black women don't like Black men, because they're talking about and calling out their abusers. We need to stop with this mess, because the sooner that we can say this is happening, the more women will be able to come out and say this is happening. Ben.
We got a real. Here it is. Have you ever watched *Handmaid's Tale*?
No.
I watched most of it, but then there was like this one episode where anyway, there's a reason I just cut it off, because I'm like, at the time they had white women they created this entire sorrow for white women that Black folks had already gone through, and so I stopped watching it. But that's not even the point I'm trying to make. If you watch it or if you read the book, you will see how they successfully predicted exactly what we have going on right now, which is a unification of men of all types in their hatred for women across the board. And we are in that phase now. We're in that Handmaid's Tale stage where they are literally organizing themselves around the principle of the hatred they have for women. You look at losers like Myron Butler, whatever Myron is. No, not Myron Butler. That's the gospel singer. Amru Fadol, the dude from Fresh and Fit. You know Myron Butler.
Yeah, look, I know. That's all I was cracking up. I said, "Ben, not Myron."
No, Myron, not Kirk Franklin's Myron, but no. But the dude from Fresh and Fit, right? He's making a career out of how much hatred he can sow into getting more men to hate women. You got Sneeko, who is aligned with Kanye West now, who's aligned with Nick Fuentes now. And you have this entire contingency of men who are boys who absolutely hate women with enough hatred to honestly destroy society around us. They're willing to tear down everything that we have simply because, I guess, the woman that they wanted in their life turned them down over and over and over again. That's what we're faced with. But right now we're at the stage where they have microphones and they're building their audiences larger and larger and larger. I mean, you get one of these podcasts and they have hundreds of thousands of listeners to every single episode. Some of them have millions of listeners to every single episode. And so the real struggle is the fact that they're raising another generation. I had to help my son, my 7-year-old. He was watching just some a video on YouTube, and I'm in there with him. So, I let him watch YouTube if I'm right there with him, so we could talk about anything that comes up. It's crazy, right? And there was a video of this little nerdy looking boy. All right, cool. All of us nerds at some stage, some phase, fine. But he's having this argument with a girl who he overdubbed her voice with AI and made her say all of the craziest things that you can imagine. Like, I want a man who will take care of me, but I don't want him to be free. I want him to be in a concentration camp and just send me money, and he works there and send me money and take care of me. And so they're at the point where they're just creating the most absurd and ridiculous scenarios. And I talked to my son about it, and what he took out of it was that women are spoiled. I said, this is exactly why I need you to understand what's going on, because one, this was artificial intelligence, right? It was made up. Two, it's there precisely to catch you as early as possible to help sow seeds of hatred towards women. I don't know if a lot of men who are even progressive, men who are woke, or men who are liberated, or whatever you want to call them, I don't even know if we all realize the degree to which the hatred for women is at the core of all of this. Like, I say oftentimes that white supremacy is the greatest demon on the face of the planet, but really there's one above it, and that's patriarchy. And that devil is deep. It goes all the way back to the writing of the composition of the King James Bible. King James hated women so much that he had his mother executed. Rebecca,
what?
King James hated women so much that he participated in the execution of his mother. He had the opportunity to save her life. Not only did he not save his life, he encouraged it. So the hatred of women is so structured in society, and it's just a natural inclination in men that they play on, and they inflame it. And we're at the stage where you now have niggas with mics spreading it to millions and millions and millions and millions of kids, and the whole new generation is getting ready to raise up who thinks like Sneeko, who thinks like Aiden Ross, or who thinks like any number, Myron, whatever his name is.
Not
Butler.
Not Myron, but I'm so mad you so churchy like that, man. I'm so bad you so churchy like that. But all in all, yes, these men are all putting these people on trial, and they are not. None of them are actually on trial. The questions like basically, why did she leave, or she must have liked it, or she not. And there was this story's tea. And I was online. I seen somebody post something that I know. It always be the people from back home. And what app is it on? Facebook. Gets online, starts laughing and saying, I knew she was never innocent. But the thing that came to my mind was in 2020, when pictures surfaced of this person beating down their now wife, beating her down so bad where she had to take pictures for proof, black eye, bruises all over her body, all of this. And this person has the gall, unmitigated gall to get online. And then because he's popular, bring in all these men from back home under there, calling her everything but a child of God. And I'm talking about Cassie. And then I saw a girl who I went to school with, again, back home. She said, I've always known that Kelsey, I'm the one that always said that Kelsey shot Meg. And everybody was like, and we all knew that, and we all knew that, and we all knew that. Candace, who you brought on the show, a lovely guest, Candace Bimbo, the author. You remember you brought the Red Lip Theory author?
Oh, Candace.
Yes.
Yeah, really. Yes.
She actually put online, and I'm gonna go because I need to read it verbatim because there's another aspect to this conversation. And Candace pointed it out very well. Basically, where you see a
Oh, I'm
lot
about
of
to say,
people.
Lord, I hope she didn't like go off in the wrong direction, but I
No,
wouldn't think
she
she would. She
actually
would.
talked about this very well. And I'm gonna go and talk and I want to say, hold on. Because a lot of people, here we go. We have this aspect of the conversation too, guys. We tried to warn Hallie, and she put that in quotation marks. She said, no, you didn't, because you can't warn somebody you don't know and you aren't in community with. What you did was log online because that's the closest you'll ever get and yell at a 21-year-old to end her relationship. And because she's experienced abuse in that relationship, you now feel justified in that yelling. If you need someone to inform that you're exhibiting, if you need, she said, if you need somebody to inform you that you're exhibiting loser behavior, I'll volunteer as a tribute. But I say that to say there are some people who are online under the guise of supporting Hallie, but also just being the I told you so's. And this is again another reason why women don't speak up. You are now going to be hit with, we told you don't go back. We said, this person when we first saw them weren't good for you. It literally is diminishing what happened to you. It's diminishing all the things that you experienced. So you never want to speak about it or speak up on it again. So, yes.
It's sad because it's the saddest part about this, especially from the Black perspective, is that in a time where we need Black folks and Negroes to be unified in opposition to white supremacy, we got a whole thread of Black dudes and their counterparts. There's a thread of Black women who go along with them, but it's primarily Black dudes who hate women so much that they would rather align with Nazis and they will destroy. I mean, this goes even back to the Kevin Samuels, God bless the dead, right? The whole entire your ability to make money off of the hatred that people have towards women, and this is the thing that I never understood. So what I do understand is rejection, because hell, everybody's been rejection. I mean, most people been. I guess there's probably some folks who's never been turned down in their life, right? So I get the maturity that you have to go through to get over yourself and get over the fact that no, you're literally not going to get every girl that you want, right? I get that. The part that I don't get is when you let that become your personality, where everything about what you do is the hatred towards women, and everything in every aspect of your relationship, it's about, can I dominate that woman? I never understood that, because for me, it's always been about like, of course, early on, like it's early on, this everybody plays power games, right? Let's men and women play the power game, right? But if you get past the power game and you actually with somebody and you can enjoy them, you can have joy, you could have an experience, it's so much better when you go into it to enjoy a person versus dominate a person. But we have an entire generations, plural, where it's been honestly about how you could dominate. And I'll be honest with you, like, I hate to be religious with it, but if you honestly go back to Leviticus, where they say don't for a man not to lie with a man like he lies with a woman, and they say that was about homosexuality. No, in cultural context, the way women were abused in sex was so horrific that they had to make a law so that men don't treat men the same way. Do you hear what I'm saying? It was so barbaric. It was so exploitative.
Which makes more sense, actually, Ben. Which actually, you breaking it down that way, it makes more sense.
So it is a historic phenomenon. It has been since, I mean, heck, let's go back to us blaming Eve. It's baked into the system from top to bottom, the hatred that men have for women. And all the while, I'm just sitting back like, would you not rather just really have an enjoyable relationship with the person? And I mean, in every way, like you can have so much more joy sexually, relation-wise, just everything. But we have this chip on our shoulder that we never got over. And I'm assuming it's because somebody turned you down along the way and hurt your feelings, and you were never able to recover from that. It's crazy.
No, it is. And I think that people, here's the problem here. The fact that we have to sit here and continue expecting these survivors to owe us something. Okay, I don't like that whole conversation about it. These losers online will continue to push a lot of rhetoric that doesn't make sense, but the thing is it sticks, man. On social media,
Oh
it
yeah.
sticks like a Bible verse. And that is why I feel like I cannot associate myself with those types of, when I see it, I immediately block it. But yesterday
Say
there
it one
was
more
no,
time. Say it one more time for me. I needed to register a little deeper. Say what you said one more time.
okay. So a lot of the things that people are saying right now on social media, it's sticking. All of the negativity, all of those conversations, all of those rooms. You know why? There are a lot of people who wait for these moments to pop out, right? To pop out and attach themselves to the rhetoric that they've always, it's been in their heads and all this other stuff. But in today's day, I got on social media yesterday and I could not escape. I could not escape that conversation, Ben. I could not escape the apologists. I could not like the rape apologists, the abuse apologists. I could not escape any of them. And as I began to scroll down, I saw people that looked like me who were leading the conversations. People who Benjamin P. Dixon, they were therapists.
Nah, come on, man.
No. Kid you not. A therapist chimed in and said Cassie was wrong and Cassie should have left.
She should have left the relationship, is what you're saying?
Yes. Cassie should have left the relationship.
But
when they say that though, Ben, they're going to say, well, we said that she should have left. It's true. It's a fact. She should have left. But you know how he's saying it. And everybody underneath is going to use that therapist statement and say
build on top of it.
Yes. And so I had to get offline yesterday because I live in a real world. I know that social media seems to be this big place, but it also is a place where people will go and find things that they always thought, attach themselves to it, like it, repost it. And the fact that I was seeing people again, just like with what we saw with and I know it's ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but just like when we saw with the elections, and I was telling you, there were people that I know that were liking anti-immigrant things.
Yes.
And doing all that. I was seeing that yesterday when they were liking these apologist posts, these posts that were negating the abuse that these women went through, these posts that were putting the women on trial, these posts that were calling women promiscuous, hoes, like those insinuations within their threads posts, Twitter posts, X posts, whatever, all of those things on every social media site that I saw. And I'm like, I cannot for the life of me involve myself in that. It was breaking me down in ways unimaginable because not only am I somebody who's experienced this, lived it, grew up in it, but to see a world right now that looks at a woman and says she didn't display abuse right enough for me, so it didn't happen.
It's kind of like
why now?
Yeah, that's the next question they ask. And what's sad is that, like you already said, you actually have women, and some of those women who experience some of the same things, then they turn around and say that same kind of language towards another victim. It really is a sickness that is that we all can potentially suffer from. It's more than misery loves company. It's in that family. I don't know exactly. I don't know if you could pull it out of that, but somewhere in that family of misery loves company, you find people who have been abused, and you see them abusing and extending that abuse and expecting more out of someone that they didn't even themselves have enough strength to do. Most people, not even just women, but most human beings are not capable of moving from structured existence into I have no idea how I'm going to survive. That's what Cassie would have had to done, right? She would have had to move from 10 years of structured existence from 19 years old. So she never had an opportunity to create a structure that she could stand on for herself. Diddy was messing with her when she was a child, right? And so now people are saying, oh, well, she should have known better. She should have had enough wisdom. How? Who gave her that wisdom? Where did the wisdom come from? Who was there to support her? She should have moved. The only wisdom she had in her life was coming from Diddy.
Yeah. No.
And go ahead. Because
No,
now
he
you had to work
definitely
my blood
groomed
pressure.
her. No, it's fine. This conversation can go every which way, but people are forgetting that she was 19 years old. 19 is always, again, they move the goalpost when it comes to how we describe a 19-year-old girl. A 19-year-old girl within a man who was literally 40 at the time, almost 40 years old. I don't, recall, but almost 40 years old has, it's this whole powerful life. Everybody respects him in such a way. And I'm pretty sure he promised her a life. And when she got with him, the time spent does become somebody that you care and you love. And even in how they were expressing how she was within the courtroom, like there was still the protection there. And her being pregnant, her having her husband having to relive this, it's not enough for people to shut the hell up. They're still saying that Diddy still deserves another chance at life. What about Cassie? Was she never supposed to deserve another chance at life because she fell in love with this man who literally claimed 10 years of her life?
And I wonder how much of this has to do with the wealth aspect, right? Because we let rich people get away with anything on this planet. I mean,
absolutely.
We still have not. We let Donald Trump play everybody about the Epstein files and say, "Oh, I'm going to release the Epstein files," knowing that's like the one thing all of America can agree on. Whoever these pedophiles were, exposed them. Right. And so here Donald Trump gets into office and he plays them and says, here's some information, but all he gave them was what we already knew. And so now everybody's like, all of MAGA is like, well, where are the files? Where are the files? But they let Trump get away with not releasing the files. They let other people get away with the stuff that they do. Why? Because they admire them. They want to be that. They want to have those lives. Some of the men who support Diddy, they want to be Diddy. Right.
Yeah.
Some of the women who go against Cassie, they want to be in that position. They'll put up with it because they want that structure. They want that money. They want that access. They want that fame. They'll put up with that. Right.
Yeah.
And so it's really a question of a person's personal integrity and what they're willing to put up with and who they admire. And you're going to see, if you take the money out of this equation, take the money out of any of the in many of these abuse cases. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of broke niggas who get away with abuse. But in terms of this scale, this kind of attention and this kind of acceptance of it, the more money you have, the more they allow you to get away with. Why? Because people want that. They want to be that kind of powerful.
Yep. And it's like, they don't want to face the facts about why survivors stayed in a relationship. When they're saying their reasons online, Ben, they never want to go through like a nuanced conversation, the layers of it, especially, and like you were saying, Ben, misery does love company. People who have been abused and their story, they don't have they never were vindicated in their stories or whatever, or are used to people in their communities telling them that don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just the man. He's doing that whole thing. Like, that man ain't no good. But your community was telling you, girl, listen, just stay with him. Okay, maybe if you do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, he'll stop beating your ass. There's layers to this thing. And if that's all the community that you have, you believe that I'd rather have a piece of man than no man at all.
And what drives them crazy right now is that there's a wonderful generation of women who are like, no, actually, I'd rather be alone.
Yeah.
I love that video of the French dude who was just going through all of he was like just giving all the secrets of women who, they lay diagonal across the bed. And it's not that they're not interested in the possibility of the relationship. They just don't really feel like, having to share their space with somebody. They don't want to do, and he just went down this list over and over again of things that women have come to enjoy much, much more than having to triangulate this type of personality, triangulate this type of abuse.
So yeah, basically, no, absolutely, Ben. And all of that said, people don't want to sit with the fact that Black women are less likely to be helped because of how they triangulate, because of how people have it, they're not believed. So of course they're less likely to be helped than any other woman when it comes to abuse. So when a woman tries to come out and say her truth, you're already saying that didn't happen. Do you think that she's going to continue to speak out? Do you think that she's going to, and then they're going to teach the next people this is going to be something that is reoccurring. Again, as somebody who's been abused and somebody who comes from an abusive household, as soon as my parentals spoke out, they questioned her motives. Why would she do this? Why is she breaking up her home? Why did she go and speak to somebody about this? Instead of, why are you trying to protect this man? This is a daily situation. Mind you, I love my people, but this is something that they went through. And again, in my culture, at some point when they were growing up, it is common for a man to be able to do that to the woman outside of this country. So there's so many, again, different layers to this whole thing that people don't want to talk about, which like we need to get down to it. We need to start breaking those things down, because you don't get to come online and tell these women that their stories are not right. You don't get to come online and tell these women that because the way that you told it ain't the way that I'm used to hearing it, so that your abuse is now, we're not going to validate that. You don't deserve any vindication in your life. You don't deserve to be free from feeling like you've been in bondage with this thing on you. Hallie came out and said, I know what's going to probably happen when I file this restraining order, but this is what it is for me. And so here's I wanted to read a statistic that over 40% of Black women experience domestic violence in their life. And to me, those 40% of women are always going to be tagged with angry, dramatic, and strong. When you hear these men on the mic, when they're talking about these women, those are going to be the three things that they say. She was too angry. She must have been too dramatic. These Black women are always in their masculine energy. They're too strong. None of that literally, and it's so simple. None of that takes away from the fact that there was abuse. None of that takes away from the fact that Tory Lanez shot that lady. None of that takes away from the fact that we watched what happened, and it also spilled into verbal abuse in the online space for Keke Palmer. We also seen what DDG has literally let his audience do to his child's mother, Hallie. And then again in that video where you guys are talking about how DDG is his whole circle of abusers all in the same stream, him screaming out R. Kelly at the end. Again, that tells us all that we need to know. The signs are always there for those type of people, but again, we have apologists. We have people that will erase the woman's whole experience based off of how you like that artist, that athlete, that person. Your obsession with them makes them as if they got all the infinity gems. No, they're untouchable. They're so powerful you bow at their feet. But the women, they're garbage. They're trash for speaking out. Even though there's video, even though there's pictures, even though there's actual police reports, all of this. So I think, here, and Ben, what really sucks to me, and I'm gonna be honest with you, is just the conversation that I see coming from our people online. I can't.
Our people are lost, Rebecca. They're lost because of niggas with mics.
Yeah, noms. Right? You could say noms, man.
They're lost because in the absence of, and this is intentional, right? Like they've intentionally ensured that the only people who Black folks can listen to are individual podcasts that have any number of problematic ideas on any number of things. And so it doesn't surprise me that you get this kind of mentality that's coming out of this generation of Black folks. And don't get me wrong, abuse has been universal, is as old as time, right? But there was a shifting in the consciousness of Blackness and Black folks, right? There was Black womanism, right? There was this empowerment that came that even superseded feminism. And we're seeing a reversal of that. Why? Because of noms, because of people who have these microphones and they have the ear of the culture and our entire population, and you don't have any corrective force. There's no counterbalance to what we hear coming from
any of these podcasts. There's nothing, and it's all scattered. But when a major issue breaks, you know, when you see something happen, in this case with Cassie, they all come and they all congregate and they all are saying the same ignorant kind of things. It's intentional, man. That, like, this is exactly where they need us to be, because if they can't even get us to agree on something simple like, hey, yeah, nah, you shouldn't be abusing anybody. We can't even agree on that. Then how can we agree on even what white supremacy is and how it's infecting us? Oh, we can't. This is why you go to TikTok and some of the biggest black channels out there are those people simping for white supremacy. It's the same exact thing.
Absolutely. And you're right, Ben. And I think that's why I'd prefer to not even get involved in those conversations. You will lose your mind. You will lose your mind trying to I got on there, and y'all know I'm just trying to be a better person. I got on there ready to cuss everybody out. Like, I started to write things and delete them right then. And I said, no, let me just get off the app in totality. I got off, I scripted something up that I'm going to record about it. But not even about the case, the shooting, just about these women and how I believe them. And that's on period. There's no way, there's nothing else I need to say past those words. I believe these women. And the fact that people are telling me not to, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. People are reaching for all kinds of excuses to say that these women were not abused. And I don't know how, starting with Cassie's not on trial, but yet she's sitting in this room having to tell her story over again, just for them to build a case against Diddy when it comes to sex trafficking, because he had put her in a predicament where she was used in those moments. So rehashing this while she's living her new life. And that is the problem when people don't believe women. They will make you relive this over and over and over again, even when you are trying to move on, and they will create a path for the abuser in their mind where they get a chance to move on. And Diddy has done that for the past few years, almost decades, where he has moved on freely. He's made an album. He's gotten close with the pastor. TD Jakes has was his personal pastor. He got into a relationship with another young artist, changing her whole thing. And she even said online, threatening.
Yeah, what was her name?
Her Young Miami. She went online to threaten Diddy's latest mother of his child, baby mama. Young Miami threatened the mother of his child, the latest one, and said, you know, basically, I will have you on your. You know, Diddy will have you on your knees. Like, simple, right there.
Here's the thing, and logic doesn't matter to these people, but really just watch the game. Watch how they want to hold Cassie accountable for the system and the structure that Diddy set up, but they don't want to hold Diddy accountable for the system and the structure that he set up. They're trying to use her as a way of saying, oh, you participated in da. Let's invalidate her entire experience, blah, blah, blah. Let's use her to now we can use that to get him off. And it just shows you that the entire intent is to protect that system, that patriarchal system. I said this a couple of years ago, man, when I was out on the side of the beach crying out to the Lord and meditating and stuff. But it hit me, like I would say maybe, I guess now 4 years ago, it hit me like a ton of bricks. That it's the patriarchy. And if we don't kill that, it's going to kill us. It is at the core of all of this. It's at the core why we can't unite to take down white supremacy. And so it's a poison. It's a poison. It's been a poison throughout world history, but it's becoming even more malignant now. It's becoming a cancer now because of, like you said, niggas with mics.
Yeah.
Oh, you say niggas own mics.
No, niggas with mics and niggas and mics, niggas with mics. You know, the noms. That's what I call them. I really think that it's time for us to, not us, because we don't do that, but these people, we got to get to a place. And I think the only place is we got to, even though it's happening, we got to ignore that. And the only way to attack it is to continue to talk about it on these like long form channels and all this. I can't do it in those spaces. It's the people that you think are for them or on the right side of things. It turns out that they're not. And it's going to drive me, honestly, off my rocker if I continue to follow those types of things. So I want to stop. I want to stop joining conversations or doing 6 jobs to block the people who are centering the accused. I want to, I literally want no parts of it because I know I'm part of the crew that wants to protect the harm and the ones that are harmed. And so with that being said, I can only do that by having these conversations and surrounding myself with people who do the same, because I cannot fight anymore. People who they will drain you. They will drain you. They will you argue with them, they're going to argue back. They're using ChatGPT for eloquent conversations.
But it's so funny. It's just like, do y'all not know we can recognize instantly when you're tweeting with or you're messaging with ChatGPT? Like, y'all, that we know what your speech pattern is like. You don't sound this intelligent.
And they are, and even ChatGPT is limited in how it can give us natural, notations or tones or whatever. It's very limited in that. Everybody's very robotic. But even with that being said, I want no parts of it, Ben. It drained me yesterday.
Well, see, here's how I fight them now. So and you don't have to do this, obviously. You do what's in your best health. But what I do now is like just have zero regard for civility, decorum, and respect. Like, if you are going to enter into the conversation at level ignorant, then I'm going to one up your ignorance and let's just be ignorant together and just move on. But when I do it, obviously, I got to inject some intelligence in it, because otherwise it's just like, a spat. But like, honestly, this is why I'm leading now the Great Cracker campaign of 2025. Right, I did it in 2024, but you got a lot of white folks out here who are really cavalier, calling folks nigga every single with the hard ER. It's like a game to them. So
and they don't care. And then you got a lot of people out here who are literally looking at women who are abused and saying it didn't happen, and she probably needed more of it, and she's only there for money. And I'm nope, you won't find me. You won't find me around then one of that. I just got to remove myself, Ben, because too much times I put a lot of effort and they're trying to fight them back by putting out the truth. This is the facts. They don't even care about the truth.
They don't. So don't expend your energy. See, this is where Mark Twain speaks to me. This is like one of the few. I have like maybe 3 white dudes in history that speak to me. Mark Twain is one of them. John Brown is another one. I'll make up a third one. I got to figure out who the third one is. But ridicule, scorn. Really, if you can emotionally detach yourself, because that's the hardest part, is to emotionally detach yourself from it, but really just look at their level of ignorance and not only call out that ignorance, but do it to the point where you actually literally humiliate them and expose them and honestly fracture them. That's the only way you can engage with these folks. Otherwise, they will sit there and drain your entire life force and you'll leave with just, but no, I don't even give them that opportunity anymore. You want to act ignorant, I'm going to act even more ignorant, but I'm going to do it with a level of intelligence and let you know that you really are dumb. Like, you really are not supposed to be in public with this level of ignorance. Like, how did you even get out of the bed this morning? And it's so easy when it's a little more difficult when you're dealing with the abuse situation, for sure. It's a little more difficult when you're dealing with Black folks who think that they're woke and they have a little bit of language of wokeness and then they still doing ignorant stuff. But it's extremely easy when you're dealing with MAGA, because they're just high key, literally just stupid. So if you can't detach yourself from it emotionally, then by all means, just stay away from it, because they do it to drain you. They literally do it to drain your life force and leave you triggered.
Yeah, they do, especially when it comes to Black women. And I'm the one that, is going to be like, it's this constant conversation that forces Black women to always step up to the mic, right? It's a lot of niggas with mic that want women to step up to the mic to prove what's happened to them, to give you their period tracker, to see when this happened, to literally let me get your Ring camera footage so I can see and piece that together. No, I want it to stop. But again, the internet investigators, the internet therapists, the internet all judges are always going to put these ladies on trial. Black women will always be on trial in the court of public opinion, and that's where I bow out, and I go somewhere where we can have a conversation that removes them and protects them, and that's where I'll always be, because I just can't.
That's a better space for you anyway, Rebecca. That's
Mm-hmm.
more of you. You're an encourager, and I tell Jada all the time, like, there's a lot of stuff because y'all listen to the same gospel songs. Like whenever we're in the green room and then you got music playing in the background, oh, I know that one. My wife talked about it, and my wife this morning she was like, Ben, nah, we got to talk. She said, because she said when you go out there and you're like, ah, and she's like, but for me, I'm trying to help.
It's the balance here, though,
and heal, and
it's the balance here, though. You can be.
Yeah,
you can be that and I'll calm it down, right?
Yeah.
Enough is enough. I can't keep getting mad at folks that are going to stay stupid. And at the same time, I have the right to be mad, though. Don't get it twisted, because if I do unleash, it's absolutely warranted. And at the same time, I just can't do it anymore. Yesterday almost took me emotionally alive, and I was like, no. Because no matter how much I fight with them, I still believe what I believe. And I said what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Those women were abused.
Yeah.
And that's it. And so, yeah, with that being said, but you got last word, because we at 1 o'clock.
Oh no, let's get out of here. Let's go. I got a whole lot.
No, Ben, in India, you was gonna go in. I heard it.
Because it's like, you gonna have to ask. I would never ask a woman this, because there's a place for everything, right? But if a woman's out there saying that, I would love to see another woman be like, just really confront the fact that they must either they like that abuse, like do they enjoy getting their head beat across the head? But then for men, my thing is like, that's given the highest level of small dick energy I've ever seen in my life, right?
Absolutely.
Like you do to women that you would never step to a man like that, ever.
They would never.
You wouldn't even raise your voice at another man. You wouldn't even raise your voice to me, and I'm 5'7", right? But you have the nerve to do this to a woman, and so it just really shows a level that I think we don't really tap into enough, right? Because some of the biggest and loudest men out there are the abusers, and we associate that with like male dominance. But to me, it just gives off small dick energy.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely, and we don't associate with that over here. Like it or not. we swing it across the gravel. It hangs, drags.
I didn't go that far.
We don't. It's not over here. So, and we protect Black women over here, and any woman over here. There is no abuse that is okay. There is no abuse, and we are real about it over here. So when a woman says, "What's up?" I don't care if it was the brick lady. I don't care if it was the Carlisha girl that drove from Alabama. See those.
Oh my God, you and my wife are too much alike. She just brought up that Carlisha.
I'm so serious. I forgot her name, but it's something of that sort. But we had the right to believe what was happening in that moment, because we are never believed. Did she make us look crazy? Yeah, but we are never believed, and I'll do it again.
No, because it's plausible. It's not only plausible, it's likely.
And here we have facts, and you're telling me not to believe. That's the craziest part about it. Here we have facts, we have photographs, but I will not wait for that evidence, because by that time somebody will die. By that time, the next person is going to be abused, and the person online that was leading the conversation about minimizing this woman's experience is now the abuser. Enough. Anyways, Ben, we're at the end of the show, y'all. Listen.
Did David ever come back?
He came back. He said we got 9 super chats.
Okay. Oh, there
with messages, and 9 with no text. And I only got one Cash App on my birthday.
Oh, not one Cash App on your birthday.
It was one Cash App, and I'm gonna just go ahead and read it.
No, go ahead. We're grateful for them. Give them a shout out.
For happy 10-year anniversary of turning 25. Thank you, Jay. Somebody named Jay. Thank you so much. I appreciate your Cash App. I appreciate.
Listen. But before we go, it's her birthday. Now, what were you 35, right?
I'm 35.
So let's get 35 people to send her $35 for her birthday, and then we only get 10% of that.
Old.
Yeah, 35. That's old.
It's grown. Remember I was
That's
saying
grown.
I'm grown. And then but now I'm literally grown. Well, I'm still young grown, but I was baby grown, right? And when I
Yeah.
turned 30. Now I'm in the middle sector of grown. Now I could really be like, don't speak to me like that. You hear my voice?
Yeah.
Are you no? I said no. Absolutely not. You will not. Look at my phone call. I don't have to pick that up. I'm
Yes.
getting rest
Yes.
tonight.
You're gonna come to a stage where you just say, I don't even need a phone no more.
Because Ben, you're there. I
I've been
haven't
there,
gotten there
and
yet.
I don't know if
Because
I'm
you got
ever.
your wife and your family, you can do that.
Yeah, well, that's
right?
true. That's true.
Now,
Yeah, that's
me, it's just me in the world, right? My family has themselves, and I still want to see how they're doing. But once the Lord blesses with me with a little Haitian man or
you like them African men. Come on.
whatever he blesses me with, then so be it.
Yeah,
And once that happens and I pop out a big head,
Disconnect.
long face baby, then I'm
Disconnect.
cutting the world off. The world of God. But I am off the internet. I think I just want to do a good, I don't need the internet. And I want to say this probably is gonna be my last week before I do like a good fast. As far when I say internet, I'm talking about social media. The only social media I want to function with right now is YouTube. Funny enough, because I can post my work and go. Because seeing what everybody else is in their minds, how they feel, how they're giving it up, it's terrible. It's terrifying me. It's doing wrong. Oh, Andrea. I said Andrea.
Andrea. I say Andrea, but
thank
Andrea.
you so much for your cash app. I appreciate it. It is so funny. It's $35.68. $35.59.
It's the conversion.
$35. No, it's $35.69.
Ah, Andrea.
Thank you so much. No, but let's go ahead and just run these super chats real quick, and then we're out of here. Let's check out.
David just ran through them. There you go. Go. There you go. Go and go.
Oh, happy birthday. Look, happy birthday, Carrie Shaw. No, happy birthday to me. Thank you, Carrie. Is that on my channel? Because I ain't see it. Laura Estrada, I appreciate. Happy birthday, Queen. Receive your roses. Thank you. I appreciate it. It doesn't matter what channel it's on. It all goes back to how we support this channel. Happy birthday, Becca. Maybe someone's will gift you some Trump coins. I don't want them, William. Sophie, thank you so much. Or Soul Life. I don't know why my mind dyslexia. Sophie, it's Soul Life. Soul Life does this thing. You guys really support me on the page. I always do this goal setting for the super chats, and like mine was 15 today. So Soul Life started it off with these super chats here. Thank you so much. Omega Star, thank you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You are amazing today and every day. Thank you so much. Love you, mean it. Soul Life again. Thank you so much for your super chat. Lynn, thank you. Happy birthday to my incredibly beautiful and talented Taurus sister. Hey, what's up with it? Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day because you deserve it. I appreciate it. And thank you for the orange too. The orange. That's my color today. Thank you, Archaic Soda. Ben, is that what it was? I need you to help me. Archaic Soda. Look, Ben. Oh, it's not you running that. It's
no, it's David.
Oh, David.
Yeah, Archaic Soda. Yeah.
Omega Star. Yeah, Ben's like, yeah, I was there. Thank you so much for your happy birthday. David, thank you for coming back. 5 more super chats. We can do it, peeps. And you guys definitely did. Omega, thank you. Soul Life, appreciate you. Soul Life, one more time. Soul Life said we're gonna get it done. Soul Life, thank you again. And Celeste, the CXL, happy birthday, Rebecca. You look stunning per usual. Thank you. Love you. Mean it. Omega Star, once again, I appreciate you. Thank you for your super sticker, Low Tech 42. I want to say Andrea, but you got to tell me. Andrea Ravinsky. I know I got that right, but here's a 140 for your YouTube's cut. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you all. If you guys definitely want to continue to support, you could head over to Cash App. I get it right now. Ain't no cut. Maybe like a cent, 5 cents or whatever. But you could also support with the super chats. Like, share, subscribe. Please. I'm almost at 10,000. So I would like to be at 10,000. That would be a great
10,000. Go over there. Now, I don't suspect that there's anybody left on my channel, especially those who are watching right now, who are not already subscribed to Rebecca Azor's channel. But if there are, I need y'all to go over there and do that right now.
Because I feel like it show is some of y'all who did not go.
It's absolutely free, and we need her to cross 10,000. How far away are you?
I am. I don't know, Ben. I'm at 9,231 right now. So
okay.
We carry.
Seven. All right. So I need 769 people from my channel. Get over there. And we don't have that many people watching right now, but those of you watching the replay, get over there and do it.
Thank you so much, guys. I love you guys. Mean it. I appreciate you. And happy birthday to me. I love you guys. We will see you possibly on Saturday if I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, but we'll rock it on Saturday. All right.
That's it.
All right. I'll see you guys. Love you. Mean it. Bye.
Shout out to Andrea.
Work that we're doing here is not going to stop when it comes to these type of discussions. It's going to be for us and by us here on this platform when the media is telling us to look the other way. Your support is what helps us move forward. Join patreon.com/like it or not. Help us grow.
Like it or not, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for like it or not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Yes, it's time for like it or not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show like it or not. Rebecca Azor is in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, or real life ish. I live in life in the ATL.